Generic greetings. So first things first, I have been in bed for the last 5 days with the flu. I'm not talking about a man flu as in, feel a bit bad, but it's just really a cold. I'm talking about, oh my god, please kill me, I can't think, let alone move type flu. And as such, that's played havoc everywhere, including my mental state. So, yeah, this video might be a little bit interesting, but the show must go on. So this is going to be a little bit shorter than normal because, as I said, I've still got a cold and I really don't want to overdo it. But either way, we are going to be doing some more stuff in the factory. Previously, we actually had a hard drive failure, which everything seems to be breaking, my computer, my body, everything as of late. But we added more of this. This is our production of copper cables and electronic circuits. And as you can see, it's not working properly. The reason for that is because we're not smelting enough copper and we're not smelting enough iron. Actually, we are probably smelting enough, just not as fast as I really like. And also because these are here, these steel furnaces, these are taking probably a third off this line to make steel, which is all good because we do use a lot of steel. But because we don't have a full-on functioning steel plant, we're using a lot of this resources, so it's slowing down the entire line. So what I'm going to be doing in this episode is redoing all of the copper line, expanding probably both the copper and the ore, copper and the iron, and making a steel plant. So let's just crack on with that one. What I want to do is make... Actually, I don't really need to make anything because I've got loads of electric furnaces. What I want to do is rip up this copper line in the centre because we're not... this coal line, because we're not going to have it anymore. We're not going to be using coal for smelting, at least in most of the areas now. We might use it for, for a couple of other weird places, but now what we're going to try and do now is constantly stick with the electric furnaces. As you can see, though, electricity is dipping right down at night. We don't have much to deal with. We don't actually have accumulators, which we do need to get up as well, and I might start thinking about making accumulators. Where is our production line? Our production line for batteries actually goes up to here. This is as far as it goes. What I'll do, because I can... Oh, that's some research done. I'll just close that for a moment. In fact, no. Although a lot of people have been saying I should keep this going, and they are right. I think we need to go for... insert an item stack bonus 2. Let's go for that. What I want to do is put a box there, and then a fast insert. And what that'll do is that will bring... Actually, we just need a long pole there, and connect that there. And that's going to take up everything of this line. You can see there's lots of batteries, lots of plastic coming down this line, which is all good. We did a lot in last episode. We got all this this extra smelty bit in, and then all of this done down the bottom. As you can see, lots of sulfuric acid and lots of battery production plant. And it's actually working very well. Anyway, let's just take some batteries here. What I want to do is build some accumulators, but they do take a lot of resources. So what I'll do, they do take a lot of time to make. I'll go up to this, and then I will repurpose this thing and say, you now produce basic accumulators which require iron plates and batteries. So it's quite easy to sort out. We just need to put in batteries and then some iron plates. Actually, I don't want to put all of my iron plates in. That would not be good. And then that's going to produce a lot of batteries. A lot of accumulators, which are pretty much just, as far as I can tell, they are just... accumulators are just capacitors, so yeah. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I want to pull up this copper, I keep calling it copper, this coal line. By the way, there will be a lot of mistakes in this, more than normal, because of this cold and other things as well, so please just accept that that's going to happen. What I need to do is pretty much rip up that line there and pull it right down, because I need to shift it over, you see. Because I don't need most of this stuff here, because we're going to redo this entire line, and then we're going to pull all these up, because we're going to change the entire line to a electric smelting area, and that's going to reduce our I was going to say carbon footprint. I guess it is our carbon footprint. We're not going to fling as much pollution out, which is a good thing, because then the biters won't come for us. We could probably actually have kept them in there. Oh no, we would have had to mess around with them. Right, so the electric smelters are going to follow the same sort of line as what's on the other side, and we will actually increase them up to that side. And while I'm going to pull some of these up like that, and then I'm going to make, I think I need, how many do I need? 1, 2, and then another 4 more, so 6 in total. There we go. So I'm going to make another 6 of these electric furnaces, because we really want to expand the line. We'll go for some more research here. Gates, they're quite good. Weapons research, there's a lot of damage here. Alien technology. We can get alien science packs if we research that. It does take a lot of science packs to do. We might as well go for that, but we do need to get this rocket salad. So what do we need for that? Rocket shooting speed, rocketry, modules. We haven't got any of these modules. Let's go for speed modules. We'll start researching the speed modules. So how many we're going to have here? One there, and we'll go there, and this will have to go around. So let's pull this up first. We will have to expand the amount of copper we're pulling off the line as well, because this just isn't enough, and that's probably gonna have to come over from this side, but that's a future me problem. I'll get on with that later. So 1, 2, oh hang on, 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and then I want to run the lines up this way like so, and then run yeah, I've done that wrong. I did say I was going to probably do this wrong several times, so I'm covered there. Let's pull this up. And I'll put the belt in first. So I'll put the belt all the way down. And obviously this is really going to expand our production, which is all good. That's the wrong place again. And we want to go up from here. Like so, right. And then we need... Do we want fast inserters? I think we do have fast inserters for most of these. So I'm going to set several of them going in the queue. And then we need to go for in, and then in. Same things. Need to put a lot more in the queue than that. We'll need about 20 odd. There we go. And then on the other side as well. To go out. Okay, up to there. And then we need to expand our line down. So that is our outline. Same on this side. Obviously, these are not connected up yet. Oh, that's a lot of fast research done there. That's pretty good. We'll go for speed module. Again, just doing all of the research that we can, because eventually there'll be a time when we just, we'll be sitting around waiting for the research. In fact, what will probably happen is that when we're at a point where we are just waiting for research, I'll probably just skip ahead because it's not really that interesting for yourself. What I'll do now is actually connect these up like that. Okay, there we are. And this line is not connected up at all. But that's okay, I can handle that. What I do want to do is just run the copper line up and then around. Now I could continue going just for a bit of safety, but I don't think it really needs to be that. I don't think we need to do much more than that. That should do us for now. Then this is going to come out and then actually join. It's on the same line, so there's no real problem there at all. That's great. So that's good. And then what I'll do is, I guess I could go ahead and connect all these up. Like that. Now, power's going to be an issue, but I knew this and just accepted it as we're just one short of that small electrical pole. But I knew this, and we're just going to have to deal with it. We'll put some more solar panels in. I've got loads more solar panels here, and I'll probably expand them along. But I'll put some more in now while I'm here. Might as well have them put in. Like that, all the way down. And can't really go any further than that, because it will be overlapping. And we do need these ones. Make sure we get them in the right place. I think it's that. Yeah, it's about that. And then down like that. Cool. Right. So, how are we doing on the old accumulators? I'm guessing we've probably made several accumulators, and yes, we made 22 accumulators. This is good. What's our power grid like? We can see that the steam engine is on because the sun's going down, and we're not producing enough electricity, but we knew this. This is producing more solar panels. We do need some more of those in there, though, to produce more solar panels, so they can crack on with that one. This is good. Production line is going okay there. These are all going. The problem now is we're not producing enough copper, so let's get on with that one. How's my stock of transport belts? It's okay, it's not too bad. I'm going to come down though and pick some more up because it's probably worth me doing that. We'll pick up all of these here, like so. You can see this one is picking stuff off the line and putting it in there. Might as well just pick it up and put it in my pocket for now. There we go. These are still producing green science packs, but we're starting to go down. In fact, why is speed module? Speed module requires science pack. Speed module 2 requires science pack 2. So let's go for productivity module, and now that'll produce it quite fast. That's good. Right. So we need to probably run some more poles from... What we'll do, we'll put one in there for now. And then we need to build a couple more. Like that. And I know we could have run it from here, but I like to have a bit of redundancy. So we'll go up to there. And now we're going to put in some more copper gathering. So obviously, lots of copper around here. No real issue with running out of copper. That's for sure. Still haven't been attacked from the biters in a great number, but I've probably spoken too soon now. I know there's been a lot of people saying we should do little raids on it, and I have mentioned that I was going to do a raid, but I'm in no fit state to try and go out and do some shooting and stuff at the moment. I'd probably just end up crashing into the thing and dying and ending the series. So, yes, I don't want that to happen. So, pull all these up. Like so. And then we are going to run electric mining drills, but I think we'll build another 10 more. So let's just drop that, pull that up. There we go. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and then we'll spin these round, and these ones will be on this side. Oh, this looks like a tree in the way. Pull that up. Obviously, we need to leave a fairly big bit of gappage because of the area effect that they have. So there's no reason to like group them right up. That should probably be enough. Actually, let's just run this. Run the belt like so, and like that. Alright. Might as well run it all the way along to here, because then I can expand the belt when I need to, can't I? That's a good plan. And then probably just run it straight across. This one is going to go across and join up with a splitter. Now we could just funnel it onto the side, but the splitter... There's another bit of research there. We'll go for an efficiency module. But the splitter is just a bit better for combining them more equally. So, in there, up there, and then into that one. And then this one's going to run across. Obviously, I have to pull some of this up. The reason I'm running it straight across is because, well, I can. Then we'll come along to here. And then we want to run it down. So, we'll pull that up, connect those up. Then we'll rip up that one, put another splitter in, like so, and then join that into there. So that should be splitting it together, which it is, that's fine. And then it's just a simple matter of connecting all of this up, and then that should be us. 1, 2, 3. Need to make some more of them. Medium electrical poles. And boom. And there we go. There's a lot more copper. That is a lot more copper. I might as well... I've only got 2 more of these to place, so I might as well just pull some of these trees up and place them down. Now, if this belt's not full, one could argue it's not doing its job, but we'll see. There we go. There's them put in. They're now generating all of that, putting on this line. Combined with this, hopefully that'll be enough. Now, the question is... How's our electricity supply? We're okay. We're not doing too bad. If you can see from that there, you can see that 174 solar panels generating 10 megawatts. There's some more research done. We'll go for robotics. We're generating 10 megawatts, but the steam engine's on though. It's because we've got obviously a lot more smelters here, a lot more electric smelters. So that's something that we need to have a little bit of a think about and change around maybe later on. But look at that, that's working out quite well. Look at that, that's really starting to smelt. Yeah. Alright, that's good. Okay, so we'll place more of these solar panels. And we probably need to... Well, we definitely will need to make some more medium electrical poles. And we'll put some in... It'll be there, won't it? So let's just put that in. Down to there. Probably about right here. think that's about right. I won't go any further than that. That should do. There we go. Obviously, this gap here because of all of the copper, but we can change that around if we really need to. So we need to get the accumulators put in. The accumulators are quite good because they take up any spare energy that you're not using, and then they store it for when you actually have a deficit. So particularly at night is when you can use them. And the idea eventually is that we generate all of our electricity via solar panels, and then at night we produce all of our electricity, or use the electricity that we've stored in the accumulators. It's very difficult to do and does take a lot of space, but we do have a fair bit of space. I mean, we're not exactly short on it, but let's see what we can do with the current ones. Do we have, though, and I don't think we do, do we have... No, we don't have electric energy distribution, which you get substations. Substations being very, very good for storing electricity, because you can... They have like a big area effect, and then you can put like a big lump of them down. So what I'll do, just for the time being, I'm going to do a temporary storage solution. It's going to be around here. So we'll put this in here, and then we'll expand it like so. And then we'll see how many of these we can fit in. Yeah, so that doesn't work. That works. Alright. So, they're flashing red because they're disconnected. They're flashing red because they're saying they've got no electricity. The reason for that is the game assumes that you don't want to just fill them up, overstopping the factory, which is sensible. We don't. We want to keep running the factory as much as we can and only fill them up when we've got a overspill, but we don't. So because obviously it's getting dark, so when I click on this, in fact you can see that we're running pretty much at a deficit. So we're only generating half the electricity that we actually need, which is never a good thing, but it's what we have at the moment. So, and just come down here, we can see that in terms of copper, we are producing a lot of copper, and it's not enough to completely satisfy demand, but it's close. And that's okay, because we can then speed up this line when we need to as well. Okay, so what are we short on? Well, I'm currently short on some iron, so I'm going to run up this line and pick all of this up. You can see that these are all smelting here, but it's taking a while because of the... yeah, look at that. Look at the electricity on the right-hand side there. Demand. Yeah, there's a bit of a shortage. Oh, yes. So we need to sort that out, which is actually something we can't really do at the night. We're going to pick these up here. There we are. And I think we need to worry about steel. So let's get some steel smelting up and running. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick these up here. Now, this is where we've had our steel smelting from the very start. Is it right at the start of the game? Yeah, it's pretty much the same area, roughly. We've always had it around this area, but obviously I've shifted it around. Now, that's a radar dish, and I'm just going to put it there. That radar dish has always been in the way, regardless of where it is. I've always said I'll put it out the way, and then it's always in the way. Let me just destroy this thing. It's our stone rock. We don't want it. Out of the way. Bullets solve that issue. So, what we need to do is make a steel production facility, and I think this is where we're going to have it. So, off this line here, this is what a lot of people have said in the comments, that we'll have our... Oh, there we go. We've got some more research done. Alien technology does take 300 research, but I think we'll go for that one because we do need alien science packs at some point. So we'll start going for that one. This is something that people have said in the comments, excuse me, several times now, saying we should repurpose this area, or rather I put it in when, I don't really know what to do with it, and just left it. But we should change this so we generate steel, and I think that's what we're going to do. So this is going to come off, and then we want to go up, probably, and generate some steel. Looks like we're under attack up the top here. Yes, we are under attack. I haven't actually checked the bullet amount, like how much ammo's... Oh, it's only 5 in there. Let's fill that up. What about this one? That's 12. That's 10. That's 12. That's 6. And that's 10. So I'll put more in there. There we are. I should also generate probably some more ammo for myself. There we go. Right. So anyway, come off here. Smelt into iron, and then smelt into steel. So I reckon probably 8 electric furnaces. I reckon probably a total of, I think it's just a case of 4 each. 4 for the iron, and then 4 to make the steel. That should do us quite nicely. I do want to get rid of that because it is in the way, but it hasn't destroyed everything, which is good. No, that's okay. Just checking the grid. Oh, look at that. You can see it says accumulator capacity on the top left. That's because we now have these filled up, which is good. So when we get to a point where we need it, so actually the game doesn't use that. When it can generate electricity via solar panels and steam engines, it will. Once it can't generate anymore by turning on steam engines and things like that, it will then take it from the accumulators. It would be nice if you could change it another way, so you could say, well, actually, no. My default order is solar panels, accumulators, and then fire up the steam engines. Although you can do that in a manual way by having circuit networks. You can use the, I believe these, no, not these ones here. There's switches you can get, and you know, there might be a mod, but there's switches where you pretty much just turn stuff off. So you actually just remove, in essence, like one of the pole connecting this to everything else, and then it just goes kink and then sorts it all out. But either way, there's that for now. Right, so we've got our smelters. So these are going to come off, and then I want to probably generate them from up the top, actually. So we'll say 1. There, I think. They're going to have to go up, aren't they? Going to be way too close there. We've got all this space. I might as well use it. I'm going to pull these up, because they're connected up from that side anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Right, so 1 there, 1 there. So it's going to go up and in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. Let's have a run of this. And we're out of them. Wow. Didn't think we'd run out of the belt, but we have. So we'll pick all these up. One of the good things about having this automated area here. I've been following the game on Steam as well, checking Steam sales and stuff, and it's pretty much always, as far as I can tell, in the top 10 of top sellers on Steam. So I reckon there's a few more people playing this game now, which is good because it deserves it, and it is a fantastically good game. I really do feel sort of sorry for any other game that tries to like do the whole automation thing now, because it's like, well, yeah, good luck. You know, because this game just does it so well, and it turns what is essentially a boring subject about making conveyor belts in factories into something that is really, really fun and interesting, and I don't know how they've managed to do it to this day. Right, so I wanted to have these here. By the way, I know a lot of people have said, oh, there's another way to do that, so I've got like a 3-way belt, and people have said, oh, there's another way to do that and you don't need to put this extra bit in. You are right, but in previous versions of the game, there was a save game bug that I encountered where when you loaded it, it would, if you made it like that, right? If you did it like that and you loaded the game, it could then do something like that and have it connected up, and it would glitch out. The only way to fix it was to do that. So I by default now always do that, because it seems to that fixed it in the previous versions. So it's more of a safety net and a bit of a legacy from when I played it many alphas ago. So it's just a force of habit, really, and you know, it's just good practice, I guess. And it doesn't harm anyone, does it? So run these. It's going to be our steel, like that. So steel's going to come off this bottom line. Now, we may need to smelt more iron, and if we do, then I can easily just delete a couple of these and expand them down, so it's not a big problem. Right, so is it just connect up? I think it might. Well, no, actually, it's not just connect up. We need to put some inserters in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then ones to go out. 3, 4, and then same thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back on this side. There we go, and then the steel comes out the bottom. Don't know how much steel we're going to get off this, but we'll have to see. I want to make some more medium electrical poles. And they're actually all connected up now. But obviously they're not doing anything, they're not smelting anything. But we knew this because we haven't connected these up. So we need, I think, a couple more electric mining drills. And we'll probably run a belt along like that. Up to there. Pull that off. And then we'll have a splitter. Like so. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4. It would be nice to have some more. I can actually make only 4 more, so that's fine. That's what I'll have. I wouldn't say it's always best to overdo it in Factorio, but it means that if you do have too much, you can always remove it. It's a lot harder putting something in when you don't have the space, which I feel might be a problem over that side, but we'll see how it goes. So we'll connect these up. I know I get a lot of stick for not really caring about my placement of medium electrical poles or any of the others, but yeah, they're in, they're done. Right, so let's just see how this goes. So they're going to come around here, then they're going to go into this. They're going to go smelt into that, into iron, then come along to this one and go and then smelt into steel. That is the noise it makes, by the way, when it smelts. And then it's going to come to here. It currently does nothing, actually, so we probably need a box at least to get that somewhere. There and there. Okay, that's connected up for now. So that's now generating steel. Let's see how that's going. So they're generating steel, that's generating iron. I'm just checking the speed. Right. So how much iron does it take to make steel is the question. 5 iron plates. And how long does it take to make steel? 17.5 and 5 iron plates. An iron plate is 3.5. 3, 6, 9. That's about right then, the ratio. It's about right. It's not quite there, but it's about there. So that's generating that. That's doing that. That's fine. That seems to be working fine. Obviously, we've got far too much iron coming off this line. We don't need nowhere near that amount, but it doesn't matter. As I said, we can always repurpose it and shift it over here. In terms of copper, we're actually generating more copper than we can put on the line now, as you can see. Like these ones here are just waiting to put on the line. The line is now not fast enough. It can't fling it along here fast enough to get it sorted, which is not a good thing, but it is what it is. In fact, this is now built up, which is good as well. So it means that we're actually generating a lot. This is good, but we're actually running out, by the look of it, of we're not actually making enough of these science packs. Wow, okay, we might as well expand that then. 1, 2. This is something that people have mentioned, so might as well fix it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then obviously these want to generate science pack 2, and then boom, boom, done, job done. So now we're generating 2 more. In terms of red, though, how are we producing? Are we producing enough red? Probably not. So what I'll do, I'll pull this up like that. And then I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, okay. So I need iron gear wheels, which I don't have enough iron. So I'll come down to here. I'll pick up all of this. And then we'll get, how many do we want? 1, 2, 3. And we're going to generate some red science packs. More red science packs. So 1, 2, 3 for now. Is that about right? Yeah, it's about right. It's about right. And then along here. I'm just going to run it along this way. Because of where it is, it's very difficult for me to really fit it in. But no matter, we can... saying that with a really horrible head cold is just interesting. Let's just run this down. And how are we going to do this? Is that about right? Yeah, because it doesn't really matter where it comes from. As long as it goes on the side, which it is. Yeah, that's fine. So, if we just have more inserters. And then we'll just... we can use small electrical poles for that. Hang on. Research will go for anything. Let's go for automated rail. I mean, we don't need it, but we might as well research something. There we go. And you never know what we need in the future. So these are now going to generate some science pack 1s, science pack 1s, science pack 1s, and we've now increased our science pack production. So, there we go. That's working out okay. Let's just run along to the bottom right because I want to check something. Yes, that is okay there. This is where we've got our box that's... Oh my dear. That is quite full. Let's go for a steel chest then, and we'll shove that in there. And then we'll pick up all of these batteries. We need to run along this side. This is a very, very big line when we actually put it in. It's seems to be working quite well. Petroleum gas we are now out of, as you can see, and we are almost full on light oil. That is not good. What we need to do then, I'm going to turn off plastic production, because we are running out of petroleum gas. We are making sulfuric... we're making sulfur, which in then turn is making sulfuric acid... Is it though? No, it is not. It's because that's too long actually. We'll pull that up. We don't need it that long. We'll put the sulfur in there. There we go. So that's just making sulfur. The reason the sulfur's taking so long is because we've got very little petroleum gas. How are we doing for oil? Oil is pretty much maxed out, but the problem we have is storage. Storage tanks here we don't have enough of, so we probably need to expand our storage tanks. But that is another episode and another me problem. Because I'm going to cut this... Well, I'm cutting this the next couple of episodes short because, like I said, this cold is killing me, so I really don't want to overdo it, so I apologise for that. It just can't be helped. I didn't even think I was going to get any of these done, so, you know, small mercies and all of that. Right, so we're going to leave it there. Next episode, we really need to start thinking about getting these working. The advanced circuits, which is plastic bar, electronic circuit, and copper cables, but... That's going to be a bit of a headache. It was a headache before I had an actual headache, so we'll see how that one goes. As always, comments in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.